He also started Sunday against the Angels. So Burrows with his first pitch to Jarren Duran, and it's sent into left field for a base hit. Duran, who had the day off yesterday, wastes no time today getting a base hit to start this game. Into the mid-90s with any of his starts. This ball popped into shallow left. Bryce Matthews has time to get under this one, and he puts it away. As Story retired for the first out.
Some say archaic.
That'll be down, ball 4, and that'll be a walk allowed by Burrows to put runners on first and second. Cam was given a 4th strike to work with, and he ended up drawing a walk. Ground ball towards the middle. Correa can't get there. That'll be through for a base hit. Not hit very hard by Contreras, but hit right in the perfect spot to the left of Carlos Correa to score the game's first run. The 3-1 pitch is popped high in the air, playable for Isaac Paredes in foul territory. And that's a big second out to get Abreu on a 3-1 count. Getting feedback off that first missed call. Ground ball slowly hit. Paredes to his left, gloves it. He'll go to second, and Altuve is there just in time for the force out on Contreras. Astros give up a run on a couple of hits and a walk, and they'll bat down 1-0. There he is, Garrett Crochet, runner-up in the Cy Young Award voting last year, and Jose Altuve greets him with a first pitch swing and hooks one foul. So quickly ahead of Altuve, 0-2. And Jose tried to hold up, and that's too far of a swing, says first base umpire Carlos Torres. And Altuve down on 3 pitches. That's no explanation given by Alex Cora. This ball hit well into right center field. The domination against the Sox continues. It's another extra base hit for the big man, who thought about 3 for a moment as he turned on the Jets. But he's into second with a stand-up double. Fenway Park taking on the San Diego Padres. That ball hit into left center field. Going over is Rafaela. He can't make the play. Jordan's going to score. Isaac Paredes with an RBI double. And the Astros that quickly have tied it up at 1. Runs and 7 hits here at Dyken Park. Slowly hit towards short. And that gets right past the shortstop. Story. Should have been a routine play. I'm not sure what took his eye off the ball or what happened, but that is an absolute boot on a relatively easy play. Walker line drive, base hit. Christian Walker continues his great homestand. That's his team leading 7th RBI of the season. I just went with that, but he was obviously down 0-2 in the count, and Crochet strikes him out on 4 pitches here. 2 outs, both on strikeouts for Crochet. Take back in the lineup, playing game 5 of 7 in this homestand. Hits the ball pretty well to right center field. Can it split a gap? Rafaela can run them down, though, and he gets there for the final out. Nice play by Ceddanne Rafaela, making that one look easy.
They knew things would come around. Great pitching performances by several guys from this Astros staff as well. So just all in all, they're hoping to keep this up. It's a guitar.
You weren't in your feels, huh?
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa in his first at bat of this series pops one to Altuve. Jose's going to let it drop. That's actually a really smart play, because Ceddanne Rafaela last year stole 20 bags in 25 attempts. You guys to see where they had him listed. 1-2 pitch hit hard. That's a fair ball down the left field line. So Wong, who ended up driving in the first run of the game yesterday with a double, has his second double in as many games. And now the Red Sox have runners on second and third with 1 out. Ground ball. Correa will cross over to the second base side to get Duran. On the play scoring will be Kiner-Falefa. And the Red Sox have tied the game at 2. This year in the first 3 innings. And Burrows picks up his first strikeout with the breaking ball, getting Story waving at a pitch outside. So the Red Sox get a run on a hit and a hit by pitch. That's what we're looking for. A little looper caught by Trevor Story. And Bryce is retired for the first out.
Interesting.
I mean, other guys, as Christian Vasquez grounds to short, other guys wear the C-flap, and I haven't seen the same issue with others. But yeah, with the mechanism that he had the lowest swing percentage coming into yesterday's game on the team as he scoots one past Crochet, but right there is the second baseman, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and IKF makes the play for the final out.
But it's the same philosophy and the same ideas, you know, pitching to your strengths and how do you get to those pitches. Good curveball right there to get Yoshida on the strikeout. Second strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts
today. Which is something
with Lance,
something we couldn't have said before the Lance McCullers Jr. started. How about Burrows going to the curveball to pick up his strikeouts today?
Guys a little bit. Now slow things down with the same arm action. There's that slider.
How about that?
92
mile an hour slide piece. He strikes out the side, getting Yoshida, Contreras, and Abreu. Got jammed, and he still loops it into left field, and that is going to be down for another hit against the Red Sox. They can't get him out. Leadoff base hit for Jordan. Big man, 2 for 2 today. Oh, Paredes hit by a pitch, caught on the elbow guard, but anything from Crochet is not going to feel great, and Joe Espada is going to go out and check on Isaac Paredes. Just like the old days. That ball hit sharply, bobbled by Durbin, but he's able to stay with it, and they're able to turn 2 on Carlos Correa. That is a big double play for the Red Sox there. Correa hit it hard, but he hit it right at the Red Sox third baseman. Walker puts it in play, but got under this one as he sends one towards right center. Wilyer Abreu is under it and puts it away for the final out of the inning. We'll have results later on.
That's a pretty good question.
That one's well off the plate. It's going to be a tough play for Altuve, but he makes it look easy on the short hop. Caleb Durbin grounds out. And then he'll pitch again in Denver against the Rockies. How about the curveball for the strikeouts today? He has 5 strikeouts, and the curveball has been his main weapon.
I always talk dumbest thing I've ever done. I've done some dumb things.
3-2 pitch is close, and no challenge from the Astros. It's going to be ball 4. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa draws a walk. Well, there you go. Congratulations on that. There goes the runner, ground ball into the vacated spot. That is perfectly placed. The runner fell. Can Cam take advantage? No. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is still able to get up and get to third, but a nice job by Wong directing that ground ball through the vacated spot.
Just saying.
And he drove in their first run yesterday. Actually, Cedon was batting in the 9th spot yesterday. Jaron Duran sends one to center field, and Jake Myers puts it away. So Burrow's able to work around a couple of runners here in the 4th spot. It's certainly in the realm of possibilities. 3-2 pitch, and Cam Smith down on strike. So Smith has struck out twice against Crochet. That's his 2nd and 3rd strikeouts. Going back more than 3 seasons, 3 seasons plus a series. All of a sudden, Crochet locked in as he strikes out Myers, back-to-back Ks. Astros' next opponent for their home opener as Bryce Matthews strikes out, and Garrett Crochet, who led baseball in strikeouts, strikes out the side here in the 4th, getting Cam Smith, Jake Myers, and Bryce Matthews. He has 2 walks and 1 hit batter today. This ball skied in the air to center field. That was a rare slider thrown today, and it results in an out as Jake Myers puts it away for the first out of the 5th. Last start, when he finished 5 2/3 against the Angels with 94 pitches. Cam Smith has this play almost go over his head, and he's adjusting and makes a nice leaping catch. That was not the perfect route for Cam, but it works out on a great play. Venezuela, a lot of gold medalists in the house for this series. Led by Omar Lopez. There's ball 4 for Burrow's 3rd walk of the day. Ground ball through the middle. That'll be a base hit for Abreu. Contreras thought about going 1st to 3rd, but Myers got to the ball in a hurry, so it'll be 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. Burrow's trying to get through the 5th here to tie game, and he strikes out Durbin for the final out. Burrow's with a half dozen strikeouts, stranding 2 for the 2nd straight inning. We're halfway home, tied at 2. And that is A.J. Blueball beginning to loosen up. Ground ball to short. Christian Vasquez retired for the second time on a grounder to short.
And it's 517.
How about that?
And
That'll add to the on-base percentage. He's been aggressive against Crochet today.
He's been very aggressive. The Astro hitters, I think the approach is get the fastball early. It almost feels it's just a show-me pitch to try and get the slider or sinker over. Wow, man.
Jordan's getting tired of getting pitched in.
Can't blame him.
He fires the bat away, and he is not a happy guy at all. Crochet picks up a strikeout of Paredes. That'll be number 6 for Garrett. And the second out of the inning. Second, Alvarez on first with 2 outs. Correa drives one deep to left field. Forget about it. 5-2 Astros. CC with a 3-run shot into the Crawford boxes.
Just a matter of time before Incorregible would show up in 2026. He's had ample opportunities with runners on base, and he capitalizes right here with that big swing the Astros needed. Got a sweeper down and in and swept it right out of here as the Astros look for the sweep.
The bullpen's looking for love. Carlos Correa with RBIs 5, 6, and 7 on the year. A huge swing against Garrett Crochet to give the Astros a 3-pointer and a 3-run lead here in the 5th. Gets Christian Walker for strikeout number 7, but a big swing giving the Astros a 3-run lead.
CC got himself a sweeper down in the zone. He went down there and pummeled it, driving it out of here. Yep, over the Crawford boxes. He knew it. That was a big swing in this game against Garrett Crochet. As he was admiring it, so was the bullpen. They want in on the action. Highway Tang trying to flag him down. Finally got him.
Series today he's in the 7th spot. Grounds one towards short. Coming on Correa. Knows he has to hurry with Rafaela running and does. Carlos making a nice off-balance throw for the first out. The margins.
That was painful.
Oh. So was that as A.J. Blueball gets him to swing at a pitch in the dirt. A.J. has his first strikeout, 2 outs in the inning. In previous years, Connor Wong being one of them. In the air, they got him out. Jake Myers puts it away, and A.J. Blueball continues to be outstanding out of the bullpen against the Boston Ace. Even though this is right on right, Cam puts it in play, hits it sharply, but at the shortstop Trevor Story, and that's the first out of the inning. Ryan King warming up in the Astros bullpen. A.J. Blueball might just be a 1-inning guy today. This is backhanded by Story. His off-balance throw in time to get Myers, and a couple of ground outs to short here in the 6th, 2 away.
Years.
Matthews with a 3-2 count, and that's a called 3rd strike. Bryce thought about it for a second, but does not challenge. That'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Weissert out of the pen. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout.
Do with it for Vasquez bringing that over there, but it seems to be working, and I like guys that show up and want to win ball games.
Julie, are you happier when you see those bright lights?
I couldn't find my heating pad.
Called 3rd. Meanwhile, Brian King has a couple of strikeouts in this inning. He's now 0 for 7 on the season, but has drawn 6 walks. And he grounds this one, and backhanded by Paredes. Jump throw in the air. Scoop by. Yes, they did it on both sides. Paredes, Walker, a great play on the corners. The Red Sox taking a peek. They may want to challenge, but
we have a lot to pack.
Happy lights, happy flight.
Oh,
get up, happiness.
The happy light guy just went into the Crawford boxes. His first Astros home run since 2022, and he knows to point to the bullpen because he's a catcher. Christian Vasquez gives the Astros a 6-2 lead.
Happy, happy, joy, joy for Christian Vasquez. Welcoming Danny Coulombe into this game by taking a cutter inside and launching into the Crawford boxes.
Well, the Astros with a 4-run lead now, back to the top of the order as Vasquez hits a home run.
Oh man, that thing just stayed right out over the plate. Vasquez put a beautiful swing on that. Quick 2, long through. I've done it a couple of times. It's been beautiful every time.
That means you're a good teammate when teams want you to keep coming back. There's a ground ball to third, and that's out number 1.
Which is great to hear.
Jordan slicing one from Rafaela, but Cedon has it lined up. He almost overran that for the second out. A little bit on fumes going into this series. Is in great shape here at the end of the series as Christian sends one to center. Rafaela puts it away, and after the leadoff home run by Christian Vasquez.
We saw that emotion too. A couple of fist bumps throughout the course of that game as Carlos gets another ground ball and another out here to start this inning with Kai-Wei Teng coming into this game.
But here they are in the regular season scoring runs in bunches. This ball skied high in the air. Did Wilyer Abreu get enough? It looks like he did. That is in the about the 10th row beyond the wall in right field. Abreu with his 3rd home run of the year. And the Red Sox get one back that the Astros scored last inning. It's now a 6-3 game.
It's a pretty good piece of hitting. That was a fastball in off the plate.
So Abreu with his team leading 10th hit of the season and has 3 home runs. Continues to be by far the best weapon in that lineup this year. Challenged by Vasquez. Bruce Treckman is going to take a look at this one.
Call the ball. The catcher is challenged.
Is it a top of the zone strike? Here we go.
Oh, wow.
The pitch is a strike. The batter is out.
That's how it's gone for Durbin.
Man, you ain't lying. That's tough right there.
0
Good
for,
call.
0 for 18 as a Red Sox and 0 for 33 going back to last season. Rafaela 0 for 2 was hit by a pitch. Good challenge by Vasquez.
Great challenge.
In the shallow left center field, who can get there? Bryce Matthews tells Jake Myers he can, and he runs in front of Myers, and Bryce says, I told you I had it. Home run of 2026, and taking over the team lead in RBIs now with 7. Sends this one to shortstop, and that's out number 1. Julia.
League leaders getting Springer finally coming around, but he also gave everyone else credit in this lineup.
Durbin on the move will throw out Walker on a check swing ground out. So 2 pitches in for Garrett Whitlock and 2 outs. 14th pitch.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, center field, and that's going to drop. Cam in a 14 pitch at bat singles into right center with 2 outs in the 8th. There goes Cam again, and the pitch is up, and the throw is not in time. Into center field. Cam's going to challenge Rafaela, and he is safe. Cam Smith, a stolen base, and takes 3rd on the error. And was giving Cam a hard time about being the 2nd fastest Astro. Cam might challenge Jeremy for the most steals for the Astros this year if he gets aggressive like we've seen early. And that's down to load up the bases. Well, Christian Vasquez will get his 2nd opportunity this season with the bases loaded. Image of how they'll line up in the field in the bottom half or in the top half of the 9th. Called 3rd strike. Vasquez goes down looking. That'll be the end of a long inning for Whitlock as he strands 3. It'll be Brian Abreu in the 9th. In the on-deck circles, Marcelo Meyer to pinch hit as well. This ball in the air to left center field, hit pretty well. Jake Myers will go to the wall and look up, and it is off the top of the wall. No, it's a home run. Roman Anthony with a pinch hit home run. He snaps an 0 for 14 with that home run the other way. It's on an 0-2 pitch. And the Red Sox now within 2 runs. It's now a 6-4 game.
Just kind of flicked that one the other way. That was a pretty good swing, 391 feet. Tried to backdoor that slider, and he got all of it.
Wow, that was well above the yellow line. Got him. Abreu bounces back after the solo home run with a strikeout for out number 1. Foul tip caught by Christian Vasquez, and that's back-to-back strikeouts for Abreu and 2 outs here in the 9th. Got him! A sweep of the Boston Red Sox in 5 in a row for the Astros, matching their longest winning streak of 2025. They started the year 0-2, and they head to the West Coast Plumber 5-2.
This ball club's just a little bit different to start out this season, doing a phenomenal job of getting great pitching, great defense, and some incredible offense. So these guys are clicking on all cylinders as we head to the West Coast.
Astros win it 6-4. Brian Abreu picking up his first save of the year as the Astros win all 3 against the Red Sox heading into an off day tomorrow. It will be a happy flight, and they'll talk more about it on the postgame show with Kevin Eschenfelder and Brian Bogusevic. Julia Morales gathering interviews both in the clubhouse and on the field after this one. 6-4 the final. Postgame show next.